Good afternoon. It's Tuesday. It's 6:30, and this is Survivor Circle. Uh, my name is Charles, and this is Maria. How are you, Maria? It looks
I'm
like you're
good.
having a nice day down there too.
It's been yesterday it was 87, today it's 86.
Oh,
This weekend it's going to be Saturday is going to be like 50 something degrees.
oh, okay.
So, yeah,
Uh,
not looking forward to that.
it's springtime. Springtime in the middle of the country. I guess I was sitting outside on my deck, laid back, letting the sun pour down on me, saying, "Oh my God, this feels so good." Yeah, and yeah, it's nice. Last week, I don't know if we had snow last week, but we were close. No, we had frost warnings last week. We definitely did. So hey, you can't win. Uh, all kinds of things going on, and I don't know. Things are really quiet here because everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. My sister, and she and her girlfriend took off for the casino for a couple of days to get away from the. So go enjoy. You know,
Yeah, go have fun.
that's right.
Hmm.
They'll find the kids will find a babysitter somewhere. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're winning big bucks, and if not, they can call and I'll wire them a couple dollars for
Yeah.
gas for
So,
gas to get home.
yeah. But wait just a little while so it'll be gone just a little bit longer so you can enjoy the peace and quiet for a little bit.
Well, yeah, kind of, but it's given me a chance to get some things done that I wanted to get done. It's a matter of focus, right? And there are some things that I hate so much that I will take any excuse to walk away from it for a while. So, no distractions. I had to kind of crawl into it and get it done. So that's been good. Uh, and oh boy, mm,
Oh, I like this one. Oh, not that one. I didn't want to see that one. I remember Reno, Nevada had a kids play area where we go while mom and dad went to
that was
gamble.
a thing that they tried in Vegas, I think, in was it like the mid '80s, late '80s. They wanted to make it a family vacation. We'll make it friendly for the children.
Except maybe the parents didn't come back for the kids for a couple of days.
Yeah, I know that just kind of went to the side.
That had to be the
Or
thing.
they were, or they were selling them. Look, I got 3 kids in the band back there. Just give me one more. Just give me one more Andy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Probably, I bet it happened though.
Oh, you know it did. It's in
I bet,
Vegas.
I bet the offer was made.
Mhm.
Absolutely,
Oh yeah.
because I know gamblers.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
So, but yeah, as long as Ron and them learned how to rip off the machines, it was worth the trip.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, oh gosh.
So, but everything here is finally greening up, as you can see behind me, and
Hmm.
I think we have two more cold spells that we'll have probably before summer sets in. That's usually
That'll
about
be
the case.
It's going to be nice yet. Well, I mean, good grief, 70. Did you say 76 degrees?
Oh, it
No,
was 87 here
80,
yesterday
80,
and
80.
86 today. Yeah.
That's more. That's quite warm enough for me. Actually,
Yes.
it doesn't have to
Very
get any,
much.
but
Hmm.
consistency is important.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, so, say, I was thinking about. I'd have to pre-run this. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Let me see. Okay.
Oh, which one are you going to try to do the?
I was thinking I'm going to give it a few minutes just on this and see how it goes. This is a movie that I have not seen and do not recommend, but it's out there. I heard it was everybody's the trailer for it's been out for quite a while, and it finally released. And this is one person's opinion of the movie. And actually, I've seen a couple. I went at least to due diligence to see another couple of people that had done reviews, and
Oh, yeah.
they pretty much said the same thing.
Gotcha.
And there it is.
And that's the problem. This movie never does. The whole conflict is more like a vaguely understood natural disaster going on in the background than an actual war with well-defined factions, motivations, and objectives. For that reason, it's pretty difficult to get invested in any of it. I don't know what either side's fighting for, what they represent, or what they want. I don't know how the rest of the world is reacting to it, and because none of the characters seem to care too much about which faction wins, I don't either. The obvious result of all this is that the film doesn't really have anything to say to a divided America, what it means for the world to have its preeminent superpower tearing itself apart from the inside, or what new country might be born out of such a conflict. The best you can draw from it is a vague, war makes monsters of us all kind of message, with both sides shown casually executing innocent civilians and surrendering soldiers, but it's not exactly a profound sentiment to take away. But okay, fine, you can probably get away with that if you've got some really strong, sharply drawn characters with interesting arcs to hold the narrative together. And this, I think, is where Civil War really lets itself down, because our four main characters are just as vague and poorly understood as the war itself. By the end of the movie, I felt like I didn't know any of them better than I did at the start. The script gives us almost no insight into their personalities, their worldviews, their backstories and past experiences. They're all just generic people, as empty and interchangeable as anyone else in the film, and it feels like such a wasted opportunity. With their vast age differences, the main characters represent three different generations of the same profession, and it would have been easy to work that into the group dynamic. Sammy, who was probably old enough to remember the unrest and chaos of the civil rights era, Lee, who grew up in the dark days of the War on Terror, and Jesse, whose life has been dominated by war right there on her doorstep. Instead, none of their conversations reveal much about who they are as people, what they value, or what shaped them into who they are. I didn't care about them because I didn't feel like I knew who any of them were. Ultimately, for all the technical skill that went into it, I just didn't care about anything that happened in this film because it offered me absolutely nothing to get invested in. People can and probably will criticize it for failing to say anything profound about the division in modern America, but for me, Civil War's biggest crime is that it's just not a very interesting story. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
God, did Andy do that?
Did
Andy do that review? That sounds just like him at the end of it. Just go away now.
Probably. No, I don't think. If so, Andy's been holding out on us.
No, he really has. He really has.
But it looks like, I mean, there are at least B-rated stars in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It looks like they had a significant budget. It's
Yeah.
not a Super 8 shot out of the back of a pickup truck. They
Right.
they and there were qualified directors.
Hmm.
The director was well known, had done some stuff that's known and successful. And it's just a if you don't have a script and you don't have a story,
Hmm.
what the hell are you doing?
Right.
It's
Right.
just a montage, a
Hmm.
sudden, just an onpouring of action to no purpose.
Right.
So,
Guess the studio needed a tax write-off. They needed something that was
ooh,
going to lose a lot of money, so
so
they came up with
look.
that.
I don't know where it's playing or how long it's going to be on there, but look for it on a pay-per-view or TV soon. It will be soon. It will come to a general audience on mass media, on Amazon or Netflix, or hell, all of them very soon. Because because that's what it's for. Because that's what it's for. That's what it's for.
Well, yeah,
They
it
spent the
didn't.
money.
It definitely didn't look interesting whatsoever. So,
It's not people. It's like so many things. People don't want. I don't want hard stories. Okay, I don't want to have to go in and practically require therapy after I've gone to see a stupid movie. I mean, it's not. It's just you. I go to a movie to be entertained. You know, there's a certain flow that has to with any story. And if you get to the end and the screen goes black and the gothic print goes out and everybody died with blood dripping down, I'm
yeah,
not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy with that movie.
no, because that's definitely not entertainment.
Yeah. So I'm just it caught me. I expected it to be bad just from the early release trailers, but I didn't expect it to be anywhere near this bad. So there you go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh well, maybe pay-per-view they'll skip it because they probably know nobody will pay for it.
but Open Range is coming back.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. It's been what, 3 years?
Yeah, my
Hmm.
God, yeah, 3 years, probably.
I guess they finally had to get all of the actors finally decided to get their money squared away and writers and all that stuff. I don't know. That was the holdup on it, wasn't it? I mean, I'll watch.
No, that was shot pre-COVID.
Yeah, the first thing was. But then I
Yes.
was thinking also before they brought back the second, they also had problems with money for actors, and
Oh, I don't know what they. I don't know if they
I
did
think
that,
that was
but
some
it
of
was
it
the
too.
best. It was the most watched made for Amazon
Hmm.
product that it ever. It was number one.
Yeah.
So they had to do something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They had to do something with it.
But
But
wait, 3 years? Jeez. You
well,
know?
um,
Hmm.
when The Expanse came in, it was
Hmm.
originally on Sci-Fi Channel. Yes, Sci-Fi Channel did the
Yeah.
first years.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
and then they were down for 2 years before Amazon picked them up.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, it happens. the you know, it doesn't happen very often.
Correct.
If they hadn't had a very strong, either one of them, if they hadn't
Mhm.
had a very strong fan base and following, they wouldn't have. They'd just let it die. And there
Check.
are lots of good shows that just die.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Well, there was another one that I was watching on Paramount, and it was called Evil. And I
Mhm.
think it had 3 seasons, and it just stopped.
Yeah.
And it was great. That movie was great because you had she was either a psychiatrist or psychologist, either one,
Mhm.
a priest, and then like some science guy,
Okay.
and they were going after these claims with like
A
possession and
paranormal thing,
stuff.
ghosts
Yeah,
and
it was.
okay.
They would. The Vatican would get, or the bishop would
Oh,
get
wait a
something
minute.
and have them go out and check it out. And I mean, and they would do all of this stuff,
Mhm.
but there was a underlying storyline in
Okay.
there too that followed all of them through. Even though they had different, each show there was a different thing that they ran into. There was an underlying story that connected all of them together, but none of them actually kind of knew what all was going on. It was pretty interesting. But
That
check your
reminds.
messenger. I think Andy uh sent you a trailer for Fallout.
Oh, okay. Get this back. What am I gonna do? Is close that. And here we go.
Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place. A veritable Camelot, the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man. You can be a hero by purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
The mission of the vaults should be important to everyone. To come up to the surface one day and restart civilization. Can you tell me what's happened in the last 200 years?
Holy shit. You're an actual vault dweller.
I am.
I thought all you dipshits were dead. What you're doing is insane.
I don't want to set the world.
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
Fire. I just want to start.
I've had a rough week. Practically every person I've met up here has tried to kill me.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
In my
You need to go home. You come from a world of rules, of laws. You should not be alone.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
People are going to come after you.
Ain't much stays clean up here, Vaulty. Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs. Look out at this wasteland. Looks like chaos, but there's always somebody behind the wheel.
Everyone wants to save the world. They disagree on how.
There you are, you little killer.
I think I would watch that before I would watch Civil War.
I look at that as probably like I look at most of the movies that have been made out of first person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not laughing, you've missed the point of the movie.
Right. Exactly. Uh-oh. Do you send another one?
Oops. Oh God. Yes.
Andy's going to give us content tonight. We don't have anything. You think you need to watch it first before you put it? Oh no.
Okay.
You ready?
I guess.
Go.
Oh,
that's about the truth. Is that me picking my nose? He's already taken pictures of me.
Screenshots, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, he'll be having me there in any moment. Mine will be coming up. Now,
yeah.
That's another thing. We talked about this about movies before. My God, okay. You got comic books.
Mm-hmm.
You got video games. You got. Where is the creativity going into a real fucking movie?
Yeah.
I'll tell you another one that actually I haven't seen it yet. I saw Dune 1. I have not seen Dune 2 yet.
Shame on you.
But I went back and watched a re-engineered, enhanced copy of David Lynch's 1985 Dune movie. And it was better than I remembered it.
Okay.
But it was nowhere near as good as Villeneuve's one that he just did. Okay. And it's been reviewed pretty. The second one has got pretty good reviews. I don't think it made any money though. It was terribly expensive. I don't think it made any. I mean, no, no great. It should have, but a lot. It's not an easy story to sell in a even a almost 3-hour movie. Okay, because it is complicated, and that's most people don't want complicated films, or nuanced films. They want it quick and easy. Everything quick and easy. Pre-digested.
Yeah. Like everybody wants their life to be, and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So you're talking about things the way it was and now the way it is now. At work, we've had problems hiring summer
Mhm.
staff to help with all of our camps,
Mhm.
and had that problem 2021, 22, 23. Here we are at 24. And it's even hard. And it's hard on a lot of them because um, the only reason a lot of them are working is because that is towards their degree. It's a medical thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you take a job during the summer, you're a counselor for kids with different medical diagnosis. Um, but we need 60. We can only
Yeah.
find 20. So we have to rely on volunteers, and we don't have any this summer like we did last summer. We didn't have very many last summer. So, anyways, I was at lunch today with some of the girls, and
Mhm.
one of them had gone to the medical center hospital that's down here, and they had some type of conference, and she was invited out, and she went. And the lady that was there, I do not know who was speaking, but she's talking about all the changes that they've had to do in nursing, teaching, where before you went to school and they threw all of this at you and on paper,
Mhm.
and you were tested on your skills on paper through tests,
Right.
whether you passed or not.
Okay.
Now they're changing it. They're teaching you, and then you pass on your skills on your demonstration. You still have to know all this stuff, but you still also have to be able to execute it.
Okay.
Where before you got a nursing degree and most of your experience and stuff was on paper, your tests. Then you went out into the field and
Okay.
got
Sure.
a job to learn your skills. Now they're
And
changing.
okay, and in at the end of that era,
Hmm.
there were a lot of people that got their degrees
Hmm.
and walked out on paper and
Yep,
walked into a hospital and just couldn't handle it at all.
correct. So now they're changing the way that they're teaching the nurses.
Now I'm going to go
And
back. Let's go back a couple of generations before that.
okay,
Nursing school, you had nursing schools. Nursing schools were at hospitals, incorporated as a part. It was like an apprenticeship. You took your class in the morning and you did your practical in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? All the way through. You might be in each specialty, each part of the patient care. It was right all the way through. And but those oh, you're taking up valuable commercial hospital time and hospital commercial. You got a better product because they were practically trained, they were skilled on paper, and the things that they learned on paper in the morning, they practiced them in real life in the afternoon. Okay, I'm a great believer in that kind of thing because I did that in serving as an apprentice in the machine shop. You know?
well, I mean, you still have your journeyman license you have to
Yeah.
get as an electrician. So I mean, you have to
Yes.
shadow
Yes. You
somebody
have to
to do
pass.
all of
Oh
that.
yes. Yeah. If you want certification after that, you have to take the test. But
So,
but the
and what
point is,
she went on with
what?
during, go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
What she was talking about was that what they have noticed with a lot of them, so you'll get a class of 150, and
Hmm.
before it's over with, you've got 70% of the people that are left. Because when they get into situations, and they've been taught this, and when I say this, you're going to know exactly where this came from. They get into situations and they look at the instructor and says, I'm not comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
And then they just walk away. They've been taught that all their damn life, that it's okay for you to say, I mean, this is little kids they're going through school. It is okay for you to tell somebody, I am not comfortable doing something, and it should have nobody should have any problems with you walking away.
Mm-hmm.
And they're finding out now that doesn't work. You definitely can't do that in this in a nursing field. Somebody's going to come in and they're going to be covered.
That's if you expect to have capable, qualified nurses.
Right. And when they keep telling their instructors, I'm not comfortable doing that, then guess what? They don't pass and they get kicked out.
Yep.
So that's what's been raised through all of this. Because and no, absolutely. She also said you can't find people that have any kind of work ethic anymore. And my thing is, how are these people surviving? What jobs are they getting? But because you hear it everywhere, you can't get anybody to work, and you cannot get you can't hire somebody to dig a ditch. You know,
Yeah, a plumber, or
even if they've got a machine to do it.
A good remodeling carpenter.
You can't find them.
That speaks English. Let's put a qualifier on it. And I don't know. Then what do they do? You know?
Well, Jay says it's OnlyFans and Cash Apps, but somebody has got to have the money to pay for that. You got to have a job to be able to pay for the stuff you're getting on OnlyFans and
Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's done real well.
Bitcoin and stock swaps. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
And you also have a lot of people right now that are in supervisor positions.
Yeah.
That have absolutely no life experiences whatsoever to fall back on.
I'm a manager. I just manage.
Because their manager is telling them how to do it. There's and at work I see this all the time. There is a girl that anytime she gets done talking to one of her girls that's underneath her, or they come up with an idea, or they to speak to a healthcare partner or something like that, she immediately runs and goes and tells her boss and talks to them about the whole thing. Why are we still in kindergarten over there?
Yeah.
You know, and it's allowed because if the micromanagers are micromanaging the micromanagers. So
it keeps them busy, I guess.
But it's not productive.
Yes, that's the whole point.
It is not productive.
Yes, and how the hell are they managing to still serve the people that they're there, do the job they're there to do? You know, it's not. It's there's so many things like that. But no, I mean that's a good question. When you wash out of something like this, when you have, as a student, okay, you're sitting there with $40,000 worth of debt, and no job,
right? Because you're not comfortable doing.
Because you weren't cut out to do the job you got yourself trained for. You know. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Some of them get all of this education and then they can't. They go through it and they're like, I don't like this field.
What?
I hate this.
I have to go. I have to go to a job from 9 o'clock in the morning every morning.
Well, but no, they go through all of this and then they realize this isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
And this is
Yeah.
not what I want to do for a living. So then they change their major. And then they have to learn how to do something else again.
Mm-hmm.
And still, and this is what gets me. There's still all these companies that want to see that these people went to college. They want to see that you went to college. And I'm like, but why? It's not even the field that they're applying for.
Yes. I am biased, but I think a BA, Bachelor of Arts degree, 4 years, is worthless.
It is.
Worthless.
It is. What did it do? You went through college for 6 years.
Yeah.
Whoopty.
Yeah, it's just.
And then you're working at a bank as a loan officer.
I'm cultured and I'm capable, and I know opera and I know good English literature, and I'm ready to take over the world. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
And especially if these people can't even control their own finances, don't even understand them, how can they be a supervisor over something that has a budget?
Yes.
And do a budget?
I was shocked. I was honestly shocked. I shouldn't have been, but I don't eat out that much. Okay. I went to McDonald's just to grab. A breakfast. I wanted to grab a breakfast after an early morning medical appointment. I thought, okay, I'll just grab a breakfast on the way home. And with the breakfast and the coffee and orange juice, it was $11.10. Okay. At this point in my wallet, I had, what was it? I had, okay. So I gave her $10. Okay, $10.10. Plus it. Anyway, I forget exactly how it worked. Okay, but I gave her. I gave her some change in the 20, and should have got a 10 back. Boom. It was okay. It was like the actual charge was $9.75, and I gave her $29.75. Okay, boom. Give me. I give you a 20, you give me a 10 back. We're good. And
couldn't do it, could she?
They just ignored
the change.
They just did the change out of the 20 because that's what the freaking computer says. You have to do it.
Right.
I think, okay, whatever.
That's exactly right.
Well, I've still got a wad of fucking ones in my goddamn purse. I don't know.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
They'll see a homeless person somewhere.
Yeah.
They'll probably turn up their nose at 1, 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
But it's
God.
it's just you can't find anybody to work these jobs anymore. And a lot of our summer camps, if we have kids that are coming without they're coming without their parents. You have to have an equal amount of males as you do females. And it doesn't have to be an equal amount, but you need a lot of males because they've got to take care of the boys. And you can't find them anymore. You can't, because men are not in that field. And most of the ones that are, it's their second career. They did a career, then they decided to go into the medical field. These people have wives and children. They can't come and stay for 3-4 days away from home.
Yeah.
To work this or volunteer this place. So it's just pre-COVID everything was much easier. They didn't have those problems. After COVID, you can forget it. Nobody's going to come to work.
Oh my God.
Yeah, anytime you go, Ron says that he went to McDonald's and paid $12.57 for double cheese, large fries, and a drink. Honey, I can go to a restaurant and I can get a meal, big meal for that.
I gave up fast food really 10 years ago because they're little diners. I can go in there. I can go in there and sit down.
Yeah.
And have a decent actual meal
for that amount of money. Yeah.
Same amount of money. Or less.
Yeah.
Duh. Oh. But I don't know. You get the kids, the grandkids. Oh my God! I got to go to McDonald's. It's like it's all they can eat. It's all they will eat.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a total trap. I just don't know what the result is. It's probably.
But see, the thing about it, a fast food restaurant with kids. Drive-through.
More often than not, yeah.
Right. So, but to take kids into a sit-down restaurant and have them behave until they're, depends on your kids. But a lot of them aren't going to do that because a lot of the people would not. They're not going to make their kids mind long enough to do it. Now, I understand there's times there's children that they don't feel good, haven't had a nap, they're hungry.
Did they take all the playgrounds out of the McDonald's? I think they did, didn't they?
They did. They're all gone.
Okay.
How would you like to spend a $15 at Burger King for a Bacon King meal? Nope. I can go to Porto's and I can get steak, shrimp, chicken, jalapenos, grilled onions, with rice covered with cheese and a jumbo margarita for that amount of money.
Yeah.
Or less. Depends on if it's a special or not. But anyways, and that's going to fill me up a whole lot better than a Burger King, anything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Fast food it's terrible. I mean, it's in my opinion, it's just a taste. Okay, say a breakfast.
When they got rid of styrofoam cups, no longer do I get the McDonald's Coke.
Okay, like egg, cheese, bacon or sausage, roll it up, put together, right? Easy. I can do one in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
From scratch out of the refrigerator. Okay. And it tastes like real fucking food.
Yeah.
If I get one out of Subway or where what am I trying to think? The gas place. Anyway, a drive-through. It is tasteless. It's absolutely tasteless. And why? Because it looks like food and it has it's not objectionable to anybody.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's bland. Yes, that's why. It's there for everybody. So I just don't go to those places anymore.
There's a gas station, convenience store, whatever, right by where I work, and I can go in and get a biscuit with sausage gravy.
Ooh.
I can get more sausage. I could get bacon. I could get fried bologna. I could get whatever, and then I can get 2 fried eggs for $4.85.
Oh my God.
Oh, it is a cheesy promo.
I like it.
It's a limited edition. There's not that many around.
That's true.
Oh, and Ron wants to know if I'm giving him the shirt.
Cost. There will be costs involved, I'm sure.
Yeah, there is. I raid his closet every so often. I think I've got another one of his shirts. It was a podcast that he did at one time. It was Shooting from the Lip.
Okay.
So yeah.
You're gonna have to bring that one out so I can see the graphic for that one.
All right, I'll be right back. Hold that thought.
Oh my God. Hold the chair down there, Cletus. So now this is Pet Central. Oh my! Just going to be a short show tonight. I just, like I said, it's been a busy day, and I'm just not going to hang out. I'm not going to do a 3-hour show tonight. That's for damn sure. If I make it to it's 6:30, it's 7:30. If I make it to 8 o'clock, I will be very, very pleased with myself. So it's more likely going to be wrapping up 7:45. So everybody will have plenty of time to go over and partake of Universal Secrets. But at least the weather is rather good here, and we will see what we can see.
I see my boy is taking over. Bless his heart. He just looks awful.
Huh?
Him's getting old and frail. So yeah.
Ah, okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Anyway.
You got what?
Oh Lord, Andy's blowing me up with pictures. I'm scared now. They're all good ones, though. Oh my God, Andy!
Well, all of Andy's are good ones.
Yeah,
from a certain perspective, you know. Yeah. They're not for a general audience necessarily.
No. They definitely need a
little bit of
rating, R rating mostly.
Yes.
Oh wait a minute, I missed what? Oh, only cats on SurvivorCircle. Yeah. Yeah, he tends to stick to my side pretty much now all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was just scrolling through some of Andy's.
You got to put them up there. You got to share them.
I need no. That no. I'll send. I have one. I have one here that I know I'm going to send to Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's yeah. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh God.
Oh, are you digging into them there?
Oh God. Yeah.
Go ahead and share it. Because I saw the one with Pac-Man. I really want you to put that one up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's says a lot. Isn't that awful?
Yes.
Was that yesterday, or did they bump that to
Yes.
the 17th?
Oh, I have no idea.
It had been the 15th, April 15th, for many, many years, and then I think a couple of times it's been the 17th.
Hmm. Oh my God. I don't know what's next. Oh. God. Mm-hmm. Ooh,
That's a good one.
That was a good one. I will be sharing that on. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are always really good. Andy does keep us well entertained. Yesterday on Chris Don's show, Rundown Live,
Yeah.
rundownlive.com, they were talking about kids and sex. And it's like, I think one of them said something about these 12-year-old boys or these boys are I mean, it's a sex thing, choking, stuff like that. Because these kids in high school and stuff are learning more about all these fetishes and things like that.
Okay.
And Christon, there was something that he said. He's like, he had never heard of a furry.
He had never heard of a furry.
Okay. Never heard of that. And I thought, well, okay, number one, you live in Wisconsin, so that says everything anybody needs to know about you. And then
in Wisconsin, they have sheep and goats.
Yes. But that's not the furry that he was relating to.
They don't have to resort to costuming. Oh God.
But educated, and they were talking about. I was like, there's people who sell pictures of their feet for money. Money.
Yeah.
Everywhere, and it's a fetish. They were talking about the different fetishes, and he had never even heard of that. And then he's not even heard of the weirdos that want to buy used
soiled underwear. Yes,
it doesn't, not soiled. That makes it sound like somebody shit in them, but just used.
Oh, those are extra.
Yeah, that's extra. Sorry. If you just want me to wear them for all day long and then ship them to you, it's extra if you need skid marks. Sorry. But there's people that want that. And it's, I mean, and then, you know, am I better a person for knowing what all that is? No. But I know this.
Yes. Did you ever listen to Howard Stern?
No, not a lot.
No, me.
Mm-mm.
I did for a while.
He was
Because
real popular in the 80s.
It was early in the morning. Yeah, it was leaving work early in the morning. Yeah, that was that was good humor.
He wasn't on the radio in this area.
Okay.
We had Bob and Tom,
Mm-hmm.
Which that's nationally syndicated. Matter of fact, I think we still do. I just don't listen to it anymore because it's not funny. It used to be funny, but it's not anymore. But there is so much stuff out there. You just can't keep up with all of it. And there's a market for everything. But somebody's got a job to pay for all that.
Yeah. I don't know. You have to find a customer.
Rockstar, honey, you're not telling us anything we don't already know.
No.
And you need to be specific. Is that Jesus?
Yes.
Because I do have some work around the house, and if that needs to be done, and if he's qualified in construction, this can happen.
Yes.
Like my driveway needs to be redone.
An experienced carpenter can always find work.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, right. Let me see.
But other than that, we made it 2 minutes from being an hour. We've done so well.
Really? I'm
he said a white Jesus. I don't know if they make white Jesuses.
What?
They don't make them. Sorry, Rockstar.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's because he has a pigment problem.
Yeah.
The pigmentation is not well in his skin.
Speaking, those people, those 8 guys on the top of that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess hey, it's like we said. Where do you find people to do the work? You take what I get. You take what you can get.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, and the thing about it is too, it's like we used to not be afraid to work. Like I had a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs and a farm.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I knew I wanted extra.
You knew you had to fucking work.
I had to work to have extra.
Yeah.
I could have skirted by barely, but I needed extra.
Well, the other thing is, I lost my train of thought.
Oh my God! I tell you what, AR.
If you didn't work, you didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or very nearly nothing. Okay.
Right.
Maybe it's not that bad now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can go get your SDI. Oh, I have ADHD. I am unemployable. You know. And you've got a marginal, minimal pension for life, right?
But it's gonna go up 3% a year.
Yeah, and your cost of living is going to go up 10% a year.
Right.
So, good luck with that. You know,
Mhm.
that's not a good long term plan. I hate
No.
to tell you the bad math problem. That's not going to work for long. You know, I just
But people just hear free. I don't have to work. I've got an income. This is all I
Yep.
need. I don't need to work anything else. And then um and then they can't, let's see, 4 years later they're bitching because they're what they used to be able to live okay on
Mhm.
can't even get them through the month.
yes.
So, and it's like, but now they have to go find a job and they can't because they've not worked.
Yes. Would you like experience with that?
Yeah. I don't know. After all of that, maybe they should become social workers. I think that
Oh. Ah.
might work.
Hmm.
The wind's blowing just enough to blow all of my candles out. Or my bug catchers. They're not
Okay.
really, I don't need them, but they're catching all the bugs.
They keep the bugs over on the other side of the railing.
Yeah. No. The bugs go to the candles and go in the hot wax and then they don't come back out.
Ah.
That's the idea.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky. Hmm.
So,
Okay.
but other than that, I mean, there's nothing really good going on this week.
Last
Just
week or next week?
the only thing I did last weekend, I went to see the grandbaby, and that was about it.
That looked like you sent me a picture or a little video that looked like a great.
Oh, her swinging! I love
Yeah.
that little. I made a little TikTok out of that and wrote down what she was saying.
Going to.
She was telling
work?
her mother bye, and she asked her, "You going to work?"
Yeah, you going to work.
Going to work.
Kids are so awesome. They just are.
Oh yeah. Then they grow up to be assholes like us.
Well, we started it. Damn it.
Hey, I'd rather teach mine to be an asshole.
Just like us. Yes.
I'd rather mine be an asshole than be walked over all the time.
Yeah. Yes,
Which I think I did a pretty good job. Bless his heart. My child.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I just stopped at 1. He's the only one I had. He's a good kid, though. He knows how to work. Between me and his father and his stepfather, we all worked.
Mm-hmm.
I think his dad had a full-time job, and he picked up another couple of businesses to run, actually, that were easy, that he could manage afar and not have to be in the middle of all of it.
Yeah.
And we had the farm, the lawn care business. I worked. Let's see. I forgot about this. On Saturdays, I worked auctions.
Yeah. Okay.
So we all worked. So it was like he didn't have a choice because we didn't give him everything either.
Yeah.
And he knew that he enjoyed paying for stuff. He enjoyed working for his father too, because his dad would let him work.
When you actually have the experience of working to earn something,
Mm-hmm. Right,
you value it a lot more than if it just shows up on your doorstep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you take you value it, and you take much better care of it, you know.
Hmm.
So
Well, that's like, so his first vehicle, um, I think it was like $4,000 little Chevy S10
mhm.
4-cylinder or whatever,
Yeah.
and it was a pretty truck. It didn't look like crap. I mean, but it was a 4-cylinder. You know, but it had got good gas mileage, and it was
Yep.
an older one, but it got him to and from school. It got him to his dad's. It got him to wherever it was he needed to go. But he worked enough for his dad, and
Mhm.
he worked mostly for his dad on the weekends because he could make a whole lot. And during the summer, he worked for his dad, and
Yeah.
he saved up a ton of money that he was able to buy his next vehicle on his own, and he was able to pay half of it in cash and just had to finance the other half.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and that was just a little I think it was a little Honda Civic,
Okay.
2011 Honda Civic. So, and that lasted him forever.
Yeah. Right now,
Hmm.
people are going broke on cars. You know,
Hmm.
people are out there with 84-month payments on a fucking car.
Hmm.
You know, and they're trading in a car that they're $10,000 under water on. Okay, to buy into a new car for $70,000, $80,000. You're just saying, "Oh my God, stop!" You
That's
know,
a small house.
stop digging. You
Yeah.
know, I just, I hear, and there was something I don't know. I'm looking for a bargain actually. So I'm waiting for a lot of these repos to clear, so I can maybe pick one. But there was something that said that I read something, and it's a market statistic that in the Washington D.C. area, something like 15% of the cars are more than 30 days, no, more than 90 days in deficit. So they could be pulled, you know,
I couldn't
any
do
given
it.
day, you know.
I don't know what it is
But
about.
imagine being $4,000 behind on payments on a new Honda Civic. I you know I just can't believe it. I can't, you know, it's like it's going to crash. It's got to crash. You know, and people out there with $100,000 pickup trucks. That's
Well,
ridiculous.
well, this is the thing that before I would be behind on a house payment or a
Hmm.
vehicle payment or something like that. I'm selling it.
Yeah.
If I can't afford to be here, I am not going to be 30, 60, 90 days behind on a payment. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
it.
Right.
I'm just not. I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to get something cheaper. I'm just,
Hmm.
I mean, I just can't. Of course, right now, to sell this and try to buy a house would be stupid
Yeah.
because the market is so inflated.
Okay.
That
Yep.
happened after COVID as well. What are you
Yeah.
yapping about?
Well,
Uh,
it's,
oh, the 70s, 80s is small house where in Ronald's neighborhood. Yes. That is correct. Okay, so all right, Marco, this is a question I've got for you. How did you deal with COVID when you could not make them pay you rent and you couldn't evict them? But yet they were drawing more in unemployment than they made ever. That was something I never did understand. Oh, look, Ron proved the point. His house is 87. But Ron's got a good looking house.
Yeah.
Very good looking house.
They built well up there because they had to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, they because I mean that's not a small house. That's got a basement, a main floor, and a second story.
Second floor, full second
yeah,
floor. Yeah.
A house like that here in this area.
Oh my God!
And what year was that house built, Ron? I know he said, and I can't remember.
Okay. There's one. In fact, my grandson is selling one.
Mm-hmm.
Has already sold one, or is it's right there, like $190,000. Just like that.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's a little. It might be a little bit nicer, and it's got a big porch on the front, and it's in town, small lot, okay, 2-story, with a basement, and it's pretty, but it went for almost $200,000.
The older homes that are in downtown Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these places it's incredible, the sizes and but they've been very well taken care of as also, but still they're older homes, and they go for $300,000-$400,000.
Wow.
Now, one like Ron's, that would be 200 to 250.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm a cousin in my okay. This is Sebring, Ohio. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In 2000, you could have bought that house for $40,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can remember when was my dad was born in 27. Anyway, when he was a kid, they rented a house, or his dad, 2 brothers, brother and 2 sisters, his mom. They paid $10 a month rent. Then that was back in 27, 37, even 10. Yeah, around the 40s.
Yeah.
30s and 40s.
I don't think I still have them, but I used to have my stepdad's 1040s from back in the early 50s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A straight 1040 was the size of and this is not 1040 short form. It's a 1040. It was the size of a freaking postcard. It had like 5 lines. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I will say, I thought he was making. I'm just going to throw out there. Say he was making like $12,000 a year, and he was doing well. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And you just say, yeah, but you didn't need an accountant.
No, you didn't. Well, so they didn't start charging any kind of taxes to. When did was it the 1913? And they started charging federal
income
taxes.
tax,
Mm-hmm.
federal income tax. Well, actually, it started before that, but it was coming and going, and it was very small. Personal income tax. But yes, it was. Probably was in the 19. No, it was not in the 20s. It wasn't until after Social Security was brought in the 1930s that it really took off. Because I worked on a lot of those old houses, remodeling in the 1920s.
Yeah.
That's where people put their money.
Mm-hmm.
Artisan crafts work in their houses, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff that you just dream of that you could afford to do now in craftsmanship and the quality of the wood and that kind of thing. Oh my God, it's just to die for.
Oh yeah. Well, it was.
I was looking this up the other day because of something else.
Mm-hmm.
In 1860, a bricklayer was paid $2 a week. I think that was somebody said something about it was like a historical. It was a historian who was talking about how much the Civil War cost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was $1 billion. It was over $1 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't understand what $1 billion was in 1860 until you realize that it was 1,000 billion plus in today's money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it was over $1 trillion in equivalent 2023 dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it, actually that blew my mind. I didn't realize it was the multiplier was quite that high.
Right.
But there it was. You know.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's just
well, we've exceeded our goal.
We did. We went past an hour.
Yes. Complaining.
Yep. We're good at that, Charles.
Yeah, well, got to do what you got to do, I guess.
That's right. Oh boy.
You take care.
You too.
Nice,
Thank you, everybody, for piling in here. Jenny, it's good to see you.
We appreciate you. Absolutely. And we'll see you back next week. We'll try to think up something, have some fun going.
And don't forget, 7:00 on Universal Secrets.
Eastern, or
7:00 is the real time. It's Central Time. It's the real time. Y'all go figure it out a different way. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, Universal Secrets YouTube channel, 7:00. Tiffany, Kevin. Oh, Andy. Alan B. Smith is going to be one of their guests tonight.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That makes you want to watch, doesn't it?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I was going to watch anyway, but
yeah, no. And he's there's somebody else on there, and I can't think of who it is, but Alan is going to be on there. So.
Well, good. I feed Alan some of my juicier finds every now and then.
Well, that's good. And he appreciates it. He loves it.
He absolutely does.
He really appreciates that.
Yep. So you guys, everybody, have a great week. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.